Charlie, don't heckle me too much.
I won't even listen to what you're saying.
Good morning and welcome to live streaming coverage from the 2015 Pomeroy Inn and Suites Prairie Showdown. My name is Jerry Gertz of curlingzone.com, joined by Graham Powell, local legend, voice. We'll call him the voice. We've got Rachel Homan taking on Val Sweeting this morning, women's quarterfinals action.
Good to be here. Yeah, it's a big game. These teams have played each other many times over the past couple seasons in some big-time games, and here's another one here this morning. Been a fairly open start to the game.
We are into skip stones here in the second end. Sorry, some technical difficulties getting started this morning, but we're good to go now.
Did your car not start?
Gonna wait for time change. What other what else can we come up with here?
But we're here now and we're into the action, so you didn't miss much, folks.
So Val Sweeting here throwing her first stone of the second end. Holman scored a single in the first end, leads 1-0 here.
She'd be looking for the nose hit here. I don't think she'd really want to roll behind that guard. It would be on the tee line, maybe just behind. Then if Homan were to freeze, he'd be forced to your single, and he'd have to make a good shot for it at that. So, nose hit here. Now there is no downside for Homan to try the roll.
Waldo's here. Waldo's here. You were missing. Jerry was missing you.
Sorry, Jerry. Okay, now.
Set like 50 alarms. Still slept through most of them.
I don't even think I screwed the signs up when I put them up for you last night.
I don't think so. I didn't really look. Looks like
It looks like quite a bit of ice here for Homan. Just throwing control weight.
He's like the worst for it.
Looking like a blank end here in the second end. Holman would love to get the roll, try and make it a little bit harder on Val.
The backhanded roll, not bad. Still looks like it's mostly open. Val does have to roll all the way across the 12 feet of rings, though, to get out of play. Pretty good shot for Homan. Val's in turn, so she'll be able to see plenty of this. Long ways to roll.
Final stone, second end.
Makes it look easy. She'll take the hammer into the third end.
So we do have 5 other games going on this morning. 1 other women's quarterfinal and 4 men's quarterfinals here. We got Laura Crocker up 2-0 on Heather Nedowin. Mike McEwen with a single point in the first leads Kevin Cooey 1-0. Brendan Botcher, Dan Sherrard blank in the first. Looks like a single for Botcher stolen in the second end. San McKell up 2-0 on Kurt Balderston. And Mick Lismore, Nicholas Adine, a blank in the first there as well. Into the third end.
Yeah, I don't think either team are going to wait too long. This rock slips into the rings, which I think that is the call. Almost certain that Val will throw a corner guard. Looking for about the halfway guard. Really curling to the wings. A little longer than they maybe would have liked. It's good to get them past the Pomeroy sign. Anything longer, it's hard to make it good enough around there without being able to be tapped out. So not bad, but a little longer than I would have liked. This one looks like it may slip in. It does. Hit and roll now for Sweeting. Has to stick the shooter. Doesn't have to be buried, but nice to stay in the rings. Actually came across the face a little bit. Pretty good though. Very usable spot.
You betcha.
Thanks. Rachel's going to throw the center guard here. Val will have that short little raise. If she chooses to play it. Probably will. May have curled enough to take that away a bit. Try and clean up the front. Try to hit the stop one really skinny onto the red and get the red coming back towards, yeah, too skinny to really get it on the shot rock. Wasn't really there. Good shot though. Opens it up.
So our second voice of legend has arrived. Dan is now here, and he'll be taking over.
Morning, Jerry. Morning, Graham.
Morning, Dan.
We are all a little bit slow getting started this morning. Too much time in the patch, I guess, this weekend.
Two of the three of us were slow getting started this morning.
Easy to say for the guy that doesn't drink. So, Graham, how's the game going so far?
Going well, Dan. Looks like a good start all across the board. Rachel's guard undercurled a bit, leaving this tap. Good shot. Would have liked to maybe roll in or away. Good shot though. Rachel will try to get to the nose or just across. Should be able to get across with just the right weight.
Emma missed you now with her first of 2 stones in the second and third end.
This will not get to the inside, it doesn't appear. May roll out a few inches. Nice weight. This will give Val a chance to make that inward roll. Changing plans here, trying to roll it away. Weren't going to get to the inside. And roll away, make it harder. Rachel to get to the inside. Rolled out a few inches.
Val Sweeting here with hammer in the third end. It's trying to generate something here, Graham. It's looks to be a fairly open end so far.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get the roll in there and didn't seem to get it. That rock being so high in the house, I don't know if you'll see a roll in now. If she were to roll dead buried, then you'd see Rachel draw. She's going to play it. If she makes it really good, Rachel will have to draw around everything. A little half buried here, it's good.
From what you've seen this morning so far, is the curl maintained? We know the temperatures have dropped outside a little bit here. We actually had snow on the ground in Grande Prairie this morning, so temperatures not quite as warm as they were the last few days. So has the ice conditions changed much so far?
They look good. They look like they're curling just as good as it always has. So I think by that standpoint, it's really good on all 8 sheets. Really good shot there for now. It's dead buried, which does force Rachel to play the out-turn draw.
That really good shot for now was thrown by third, Rory Olsen.
Rachel, even if she slips back 8 here for shot rock, switch turns. Both turns are available. So much curl in the ice that this shot is on. Has to be made though. If this were to stay open, I would have a hit Y2. Over curling. Back, a little bit of speed there maybe. Lori's shot was a very good roll, as it turns out.
Backtracking now, Graham. So first shots here in the third end for Val Sweeting. What's the game plan here for Val? What's she trying to look at?
I think she has to try and get one in here. She looked a little bit at the hit and roll on the yellow one. It's pretty tough. If she knows she wouldn't be in the rings, and if she rolled a half a rock, that would leave staggered rocks for Homan to draw around, and she just played it, so you'd have to expect her to be close. I think this is good. Try and get one. You got to be in front of the tee line here, though. Now, half buried is good enough. Just as long as Homan can't hit and roll in towards the button. It's mission accomplished.
If she gets this thing buried too good, wouldn't there be a potential tap back or run back here? And Rachel's just rock hands through?
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, she's going to try and be pretty higher, or a little higher, I think. Top 8, top 4. But yes, there could be that. If Rachel were to miss that shot, though, you'd have a draw for 3, so has to be pretty careful.
First rock for Val Sweeting, the left-hander out of Vegreville, Alberta. Home with the big Basanka.
This one doesn't look light. Not bad. Pretty good. Does leave an out-turn draw. Maybe get shot with the draw. Probably have to move it a little to be shot. Freeze right on there. It's an awfully tough deuce.
Second shot in the third end for Rachel Holman. What's the call here, Graham?
I think she's playing too out of line is really good. You might see her sweep it a little bit and try and bump it. That's pretty dangerous. If you ever bumped open, it would be not good at all. So I think just freeze right on it.
Just trying to cut Val Sweeting down a little bit.
Yeah, Val would have an extremely tough deuce if you were to make this freeze good. Sweepers seem to like the weight. The line is good.
Great shot by Rachel Holman.
Good shot. Val's going to have to tap that rock top 12 to the button. Not easy.
As long as she hits this a hair high, though, she can't really do any damage to herself. Is that correct, Graham?
No, I think actually the guard might take that out of play, but she's just throwing T-line weight, bump it in.
Have to play this fairly close to the guard to get the line she wants on that red top rock with the 12 foot.
Yeah, definitely there. So much curl. Yeah. Not easy though. Has to be a good chunk of the. Probably touch the white with this.
Final rock of the third end underway right now. Val Sweeting with the hammer. Trying to raise her own red rock that's sitting top 12 just to the button to try and get Gipper's deuce out of this.
Having some discussion here. Not sure if they're talking about the weight. Yeah, seems to be just confirming the weight. Little tighter in than her draw she just threw. Might be a little different path.
Nothing from the sweepers yet. We're close. We're on it now. Line's getting good. Does she have the weight though?
They got to go for line too.
To go for line. The line looks really good. Just to the button, comes up just a little bit short. Dana Ferguson throws her head back and signaling it wasn't quite there.
Yeah, awfully good try though.
Really good try. So 1 point on the board for Val Sweeting after 3 ends of play. It's all tied up here at 1 apiece in our feature game here at the Pomeroy Hotel Prairie Showdown in Grande Prairie, Alberta from the Grande Prairie Curling Center. 6 of the 8 cheats in action this morning. We'll have updates for you all along. Make sure you follow along at curlingzone.com or at the Curling Zone app. If you have any comments or questions about our feature game or any other games that are going on, you can hit us up on Twitter at Prairie Showdown or at Curling Zone. Also, worldcurling.com. You can follow along the results on that website as well. of our other probably bigger highlighted games on the ice right now is Kevin Cooey versus Mike McEwen. Mike McEwen went 3 games and won the 8th side of this event, so he qualified, had the day off yesterday, so the boys should be well rested. He's actually down 1 point on Kevin Cooey right now, so Kevin is up 2-1 after 3 ends, or playing the 3rd end right now.
Mal's going to call for this one top 4, knowing Rachel will throw the corner guard. If you didn't want Team Homan to throw a corner guard, you could throw a center guard and try and entice Rachel to come around it. That would bring play to the middle. By throwing it in the top house, that takes the tick shot power of Lisa Weigel away, so hard to argue with the call. Good shot. That's a really good spot for that corner guard, just past the Pomeroy sign, just off the center. Really nice spot.
Rochelle Brown throwing lead rocks for Team Sweeting. Her 2nd of 2 on the way. Perfect center line guard. Doesn't quite cover the one in the house, so Graham, is that a big concern?
No, that's a good spot. It covers the right half for sure. It's good enough. They could make a play at the one in the house. It would roll open. This is her shot, though. Try and get by tight. Throw the right weight. If you tick the guard, you could tick it for a corner roll in. You get by the guard, you move the rock top 8 to the back or through.
Lisa Weigel, nobody probably better in the world at this kind of shot than she is.
Nobody better, but right next door is Del Shaughnessy, who has made 4 perfect tick shots last night, and he's 8 for 8 in Cashbills this season. So probably not better, but he's right up there too.
Wow. Good shot by Weigel.
Guard for your life now for Sweeting. Throw the guards, but Holman's going to try the run back, and she's only 1 run back away for Sweeting to be in a little bit of a tricky situation. Have to guard this right on. Isn't going to get there. Maybe an out-turn tap, yeah.
Dana Ferguson maybe came up just a little bit short on that guard there. Didn't quite get it over the center line as much as they were hoping for, I don't think. So, going to give Joanne Courtney another shot at this, and or her first shot, I suppose, at just ticking this one out of the house.
Yeah, that guard, if it goes another 3 feet, it's probably perfect. Just lacked a little speed. Sweeper going right out of her hand. That was a good chance. Didn't look like it was heavy. Another chance for Dana. Try and cover that up. Good shot. Doesn't quite get there again. Another chance for Joanne here. If she gets through the hole with hack weight, she's going to roll somewhere good, I have a feeling. It's through the hole. Nice shot. Doesn't kill it, but she does stay for shot rock. That rock at the back 12.
Looks like she's partially buried as well.
Yeah, buried enough that Val isn't going to try and make a play at it. The trouble is that center guard is in the way to throw hack weight to try and take that out. You could maybe... Yeah. Try and get one in there.
Could attempt the run back here at this point.
Could play the run back, yeah.
It's one way to make sure you're not going to give up 3 in this spot, or try not to give up 3. Even if you miss the run back, ideally you open up that shot stone and you can hit it on your next one, and maybe make a hit and roll on your next one. So Dan's off taking care of some bookkeeping, signing some big giant checks.
It's a good job for Dan. He's the ultimate money man.
All the money starts getting handed out here today at the Pomeroy Inn and Suites Prairie Showdown. $4,000 for these quarterfinalists here. So money already in the bank, trying to add to their total for the weekend.
Looks like they're going to go with the run back here. Would like to make it. Shooter rolls towards the center line of hair. There's a possible jam if she were to make the run back and stick it on the red rock back 12. That would be bad luck, but it would be catastrophic if it happened.
Just gets it across the top. Really nice shot there from Lori Olsen-Johns.
Good shot. She better remember how she did it, because she may have to play it again with a good shot here.
Looks like Rachel's coming around the center this time.
Yeah, it'll be a little longer run back, but Lori's awfully good at them. Rachel wants to keep this in the top 8 foot. If she slips into the top 4, I'm pretty sure Val will freeze.
This draw might be even a conscious decision here to go around the longer guard, especially with how good some of these teams are at making run backs. So you want to, add as much separation between the guard and the rock in the house as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This one is carrying some speed, though. Just behind the button here is not good.
Yeah, going to take it deep as far as they can go while still sitting shot with 2 brushes on it. I think both skips are sweeping it backwards there. Both teams sweeping it backwards.
Yeah. So if line is really good here, you might see Lori try and keep this top 4 buried, but if line is questionable at all, they'll sweep it right to the back one.
Yep, the voice of that region and silly questions.
Sweeper's got to go just feathers the guard. I'd be tempted to keep sweeping that and get shot rock.
So So we have a final already done on sheet number 6, Heather Nedwin versus Laura Crocker. Laura Crocker puts the dagger right in the heart of Heather Nedwin, and she ends up being 5-0 after 3 ends. So Heather decided she's going to go catch her flight at noon and walk away with a $4,000 check. So congrats to Heather for making it that long. It's too bad we couldn't see a little bit more action, but congrats to Laura Crocker. She moves on to the semifinals here at noon.
Trying to get to the inside here. If they could roll buried, Val would be in a lot of trouble.
Another little mention for Laura Crocker. Laura Crocker announced her new lineup for next year. Kelsey Rock, junior world champion, is joining the lineup. So look forward to that team next year.
Doesn't get the roll, but pretty good nonetheless. Val can't roll in and be shot rock. Doesn't really want to leave it. Don't know if there's a double. Maybe. Have to squeak the outside red guard. Little dangerous.
Skipper Stones here in the 4th end of play. All tied up at 1 apiece. Val Sweeting is going to throw first. Just playing the double here, Graham, or just going for the single?
We'll see how much weight she's throwing. If the double's there, she probably kind of has to play it. Looks like it is there. Not easy, though.
Not huge weight here, but definitely a firm normal. Probably play a little bit of a quieter weight double. This one's got to curl a little bit. Brusher's haven't laid a lick to it so far. A little tick, maybe. Oh, bad luck. Jams in their own back one. A little bit of a Smucker's factory.
Yeah. There was lots of room by that guard to make the double, but there was enough room for her to jam as well. Good chance here for Homan. There's really no in-turn, or I guess it would be an out-turn for Val, but that whole side of the ice, there is a tap, I suppose. That rock top 12-foot, Val could potentially tap that one in. Trick here for Rachel is be anywhere from full 12 to full 8, biting 4, probably at the deepest.
Right next door to our featured game, local legend Kurt Balderson playing Sven Mikkel. Kurt's really given the European team a run for their money here. It's all tied up after 3 ends of play at 2 apiece. Back to our featured game. First rock for Rachel Holman, who has hammered this end.
Looks to be real good.
Fairly wide around that guard.
Yeah, line will get there.
Sweepers need to make sure there's enough weight, though.
It's good.
Not leave a double again.
It's a good spot. Val almost has to play this really difficult tap. I can't see much else.
Is there potentially I guess it would be
My storage.
let's see, in-turn draw for us and an out-turn draw for her around the front 2 red port, or the 2 rocks.
Possibly. She'd have to throw more than draw weight, though. If she got through that hole with draw weight, she would over curl and hit the rock Rachel just threw. She could probably maybe get through there with more of a board weight and hit the rock back 4. That would be very difficult as well. Is there, though.
No, she could ever come through that and hit the rock and maybe just get a bit of an inside flip. She would be sitting shot stone, and there's not a whole bunch there for Rachel Holman. She could potentially tap her one her yellow rock at the top of the 8-foot back, and that's probably about the only thing that I see right now. Graham, is there anything else?
Yeah, they're actually looking to see how much they can see of that rock. They're thinking if they could get 2 yellows out, that would be disaster avoided. They'd have to hit about a quarter of that to drive it onto the back one. There's that tap that I talked about before. Val just motioned to tap that rock top 12. Only has to get it full 8 to outcount 2 of the yellows. And then Rachel would have a shot for 2 most likely. I think her 2 shots are the tap or through the hole with a hit. Looks like they're going to go with the tap. They just have to make sure they get this into the full 8 foot. You give up 2 here and lick your wounds and move on. Giving up 3 or 4 really puts you behind the 8 ball.
There is this tap shot that they've elected to go with. And the board weight through the port. That was, I think probably the favorite of all 3 of us here. Any particular reason why you're rather going with this one, Graham, over the board weight?
I didn't even really look at the one through the hole. It's awfully difficult. If you rub anything, it's hit the paint pretty much for 4. The shot isn't easy by any stretch going out this wide. Val isn't loving it from the hack either. But she only has to move it 3 feet, really. 3 feet into the 8 foot, it'll be buried. Rachel will then have probably a tap for 2. If you miss the other shot, it's a real easy 4.
Final rock for Val Sweeting in the 4th end of play.
You could also actually make this shot good enough. If you tapped it far enough, you could tap it right into the 4 foot for shot rock as well.
They cannot rub on this guard, though. This needs to curl as well.
You got to hit it thin because it's got a lot of weight. Looks good, but there is a hole.
Yeah, it's... I don't know if she made that too good or not.
Yeah, she kind of got caught between. Hit it a little less. She's buried behind the corner guards. A little more. She's buried behind the center guard. This is not an easy hole by any stretch, but it is there.
Probably a high hard one from Rachel Holman just to pick this out and get her 3.
Yeah, she has to be careful because there's that yellow rock at the back 12 that she could double out if she hits about 1/3 to 1/4, and then she would only get 2. So hit this thicker the better. I don't think she can jam on her back one. I think it's kind of framed in such a manner that the guard is in the way for that. So it's very no real jam possibility, I don't believe. She could maybe touch it, but it would spin out.
Last rock in the 4th end, Rachel Holman with the hammer. Throwing some smoke at this one. Trying to take the curl right out of this. Sweepers all the way on this one. Gets through, picks it out clean, and walks away with a 3 ball. Rachel Holman goes up 4-1, sorry, over Val Sweeting after 4 ends of play.
Yeah, really good shot. Good try by Val, but just really difficult situation. Got caught between the 2.
So a couple other updates here for you over on sheet number 7. Brendan Botcher and Dan Sherrard. Dan Sherrard's up 3-1 over Brendan Botcher. Like we had mentioned, one of our other ladies' games on the ice, Heather Medwin versus Laura Crocker. Laura Crocker scored another 2 points in the third end to go up 5-0 on Heather Medwin, so Heather conceded that game. Kevin Cooey versus Mike McHugh, and this is our other big feature game. Kevin Cooey scores 1 point in the fourth end, so it's all tied up at 3 apiece over there. Nicholas Adine and Mick Lismore. 1-1 after 4 ends of play over on that sheet. We'd just really like to thank everybody for tuning in to our broadcast this morning. There's over 200 of you that have signed on so far, so thanks very much for that. Make sure you share the link with your friends or anybody else who's a curling fan that you think might know. Post a link on Twitter. Make sure you include us in at Curling Zone or at Prairie Showdown. Also, if you have any comments or questions, you can hit us up on those Twitter accounts, and we will get back to you live while we're on the air here.
Good shot there. Top 4, top button. Now has to throw some corner guards here. See if Rachel decides he is going to throw a guard on that. Has to be really tight. If it slips into the rings, that wouldn't hurt anybody's feelings.
Rachel signaling she wants this right at the top of the house here.
Yeah, top 12 is a good spot. Over curls a little. This thing, that's cagey play. Tap it behind the corner guard so they can freeze to it later. Back host weight. Try and save the shooter for a guard. Over curling early. I'll go the other way with it now. Just ran out of weight. That needed to be back 12.
Quick update on the local team on the ice. Kurt Balderson versus Sven McCall. Baldy picks up a single point in the fourth end, so he's up 3-2. Keep you posted on all the other games going on. Also, make sure you follow along at curlingzone.com. Download the app if you haven't done that. It's fantastic if you're on the go. 24 hours of curling with the world's women's going on right now. Everybody's taking that break because they were playing all night and with us. So lots of curling action today on your Sunday morning and afternoon.
Really cluttered center there. Val has to make a play towards the middle, tap those around. She originally signaled that maybe she'd like to draw around the corner, but there's just too much granite in the middle for to ignore it. Maybe try and freeze shot rock. Try and get Holman to remove some of them yellows for you.
Second of 2 for Dana Ferguson, second for Team Sweeting, the other left-hander on the team.
Good shot.
Really good shot by Dana there.
Can be blasted out, but that will remove a yellow and clear up the forefoot a bit. Has to be made well to get it out of there. Not ideal. Not ideal.
So Joanne Courtney ends up picking her own teammate's rock out. So Val's, what's the shot here for Val, Graham?
Well, she could freeze another one in the pocket there. Yeah, I don't mind that. A little dangerous if you hung it out wide. There'd be a fairly makeable double.
Does a guard do anything here?
I don't know if throwing a guard would be ideal, but you could sure go around the corner guard as well.
Val has hammer this end, so looking to score her deuce.
This one's got to get to the center line. The line is going to be good. It's a good shot. Maybe a run double, though, unfortunately.
Another good run by Dana Ferguson.
I think that one needed to go a few more inches and get locked in there a little better. They are a little bit worried that this could jam behind the corner, but I think with big weight, half rock, 2/3 of rock, red ones will go.
First stone from Emma Miscue in the 5th end. Gonna throw some smoke at this one and try and scatter some granite.
I don't know if she quite got out to it.
Throws enough weight at it that just about makes it perfect. Doesn't quite get the second of 2 redstones out of the back of the house, but looks like Homan is sitting right on the button and at least half buried anyways. Is that a win or is that an okay shot, Graham?
It was a good shot. Would have been a lot better had that red one left the house. It's going to be a thorn in their side for the rest of the end. Same type of shot here for Sweeting. This is the 3rd time they've played it in a row. Freeze shot rock. Need to get this pretty close to the nose. If they freeze it on half rock, there'll be a line. It'll be lined up to the back red one. So gotta get real close to the nose here.
First of 2 for Lori Olson.
Good line if it has the legs. Doesn't get there, but
So is that a big deal that that's not frozen on there, Graham?
we'll see. Yeah, it's not ideal. As it sits right now, it's awfully difficult to get rid of shot rock. Can't see Rachel guarding or drawing. She could freeze in there.
Miscue coming down to have a conversation, see what she likes.
If she was really concerned about giving up at 3, she could peel out that back rock and make Val do something in the middle. Val would have to play some kind of weight and open things up to get at shot rock. would probably leave a double. But if you ever make a good draw, might have an opportunity to steal one here. Has to get across the nose here. Looks like they've switched gears now. They'll play that raise again. Yellow on to red. Try and stick the yellow one in front of the yellow one that shot rock.
This is probably the only rock that's really kind of hurting them at the moment. So if they can kind of kill two birds with one stone there. Ooh.
Worked out good. Squirted that yellow one that stopped in time to be second shot.
Worked out really good too, actually, because their top yellow one that was at the top of the 12 foot actually rolled all the way behind cover, and it looks like it shot rock over Val Sweeting's rock in the back of the 12 foot. So the thorn in the side is probably no longer a thorn anymore.
No, that worked out good. Val will freeze here. Now even if Homan blasts everything out, I don't think Val can make a hack weight tap to lie 2. She would have to play the run back to lie 2, which is very difficult. Have to lock this on. Try and get Rachel to blast everything out. It was a good shot.
Really good shot by Lori Olsen. Sweeping by Brown and Ferguson as well.
Over curls just an inch, but awfully good. Rachel may be able to stay here with a rock at 3/4 of a rock. Has to make sure she kills it though, so err on the side of hitting it too thin.
So obviously not worried about losing her back one here. Just wants to get rid of that and keep the end as clean as possible, and hopefully limit Val Sweeting to getting only one here, right, Graham?
Yeah, that would be ideal. Close. Roll out. Good shot. I think Val now has to play. I kind of think she has to play the run back to lie 2. You could try and draw there.
You know, Rachel Holman can sure throw that big up weight. We were talking last night about a dong for dong shootout between Nicholas Adine and Kevin Cooey. We might even be able to throw Rachel Holman in that group too as well now, Graham.
Yeah, awfully good hitting team. Val is going to play the outturn or in-turn draw, try and get around it. It's tough to get it buried enough in front of it. Yeah, you kind of, by playing this, you're hoping Rachel kind of makes a mistake with her last one, giving you a chance at 2. If you were to play the run back, and even if you don't stick it buried, the rocks would be split. Like they'd be a long ways away. They'd be an extremely tough double, if a double at all. If you had to get 2, that's probably your play. Even if you were to miss it, there's nothing that Rachel can do to put you in a position that you wouldn't have a draw to the 8 foot for a single, so it's an awfully difficult shot.
First at 2 for Val Sweeting. Just trying to sneak it around there and hide for somewhere where Rachel can't get at this. Do you think there's potentially a double set up there, Graham? Or obviously, there's nothing Rachel's going to call that. But,
Yeah, just a hack waiter. Try and lie 2, tap it out. Yeah, Val, it was really hard to get in there for shot rock where Rachel couldn't tap it out. It's a good try.
Is there any other shot available for Val there, Graham?
Yeah, I think she could have played that run back in line 2. Just stick it somewhere in the house. Very difficult shot, but at least you would have been line 2, and Rachel would have had a really, really tough double. This has to be made, though. Sweeper's just cleaning. Doesn't really have to stay here. Don't think Val would play it with her last one. Moves it, but
doesn't move it far enough. I don't think so. From our angle here, it looks like it still would be second shot, so Val's going to have an open hit for 2.
For 2. It was a brilliant call on Val's first one.
Really good. Skipper's Deuce coming up here for Val Sweeting. Seen a few of those this weekend so far.
Can't afford to roll very far here. Has to be real close to the nose.
Final rock underway here for Val Sweeting, the 5th end of play. Simple hit and stick for her deuce.
Looks to be good.
Makes it like she's done it before. So score in our featured game here. Rachel Holman up 4-3 over Val Sweeting after 5 ends of play. Rachel Holman will now have the hammer, playing 6, up 1, playing the scoreboard. This is Rachel was obviously disappointed giving up 2 there, but not in the worst position in the world.
No, if you would have offered her this position at the start of the game, she would have taken it. So look forward, not back.
Seesaw battle over on sheet number 5 between Kevin Cue and Mike McEwen. McEwen scores a deuce in the 5th, so the score in that game is 5-3 for Mike McEwen. Mike's continuing on his winning path here from the start of the weekend.
Val will throw at least one center guard. We'll see if Team Homan brings out the Weagle.
First rock underway here in the 6th end of play. Rachel Brown leads stones for Team Sweeting. Team Sweeting, obviously this year's Alberta provincial champion, silver medalist at the Scotties.
Don't know if this one picked or what happened. Must have picked.
Yeah, it looks like a pick there.
Yeah, bad, unfortunate luck.
Nonetheless, in the Grande Prairie Curling Rink, it still counts as a round, so Rachel will have to pick up that one here at the end of the game.
Be interesting now. Rachel's going to just throw into the wings, I believe. We'll see now. I don't think in the 6th end Val can hit that rock. She'll have to try and throw another guard. Score being as it is and being the 6th end,
Little bit different strategy that we've seen typically here. First guard from first shot from Rachel Holman's team, just right in the house, out in the wings. Seen a lot of those rocks go into the center, but not out in the wings. Graham, any particular reason for that?
Yeah, well, with the hammer, she doesn't need to cluster up that 4 foot. She was fairly confident Sweeting was not going to hit that. Val needs a center guard here to. She could give up one, but she can't really give up two. Blank would be bad for Sweeting as well. Really has to have a point scored one way or another. Preferably a steal. It's going to be awfully tough now with just the one guard.
So we do have a Twitter request from a fan out there, a Homan fan, Jasulio C. Abbott. I believe he's watching from Brazil. His request is, in this end 5, Rachel Homan can only allow 1 point for Val. Help undermine the psychological on the other team. So we've got to send some bad vibes apparently down to the Sweeting team.
I don't think we can do that.
Shout out to say hello to Brazil.
Pretty impressive. We have somebody in Brazil watching, so thanks for tuning in.
I don't know how I feel about the hex coming from Brazil, but it's good you're tuned in.
TSN doesn't pay us, so we can be a little bit biased and say that we're perhaps maybe rooting for the hometown squad here. So. Yeah. So Dana Ferguson with the hit and roll out, probably really would have liked to stay in the house there and try and generate something, but Rachel's going to be able to put the pedal to the metal here and really make life difficult in this end for Val Sweeting.
She could, but she's going to play a draw. I thought you might see her walk up and peel that center guard. If she were to do that, it would be really good chance of blanking. I think Val is really happy that she's not peeling the guard and decided to come around instead.
Yeah, this is a miss at all. If Joanne Courtney puts this a little bit deep, it's going to open up the door for Val to weld right on top there. Or even if it's in the front but not fully buried, it's all kinds of opportunities out there. This one is not going to be heavy whatsoever, though.
No, that's not good.
That was a big miss there for Joanne Courtney. Former Alberta resident as well, actually.
Good chance here for Val to come around that rock. Joanne just threw.
Second and 2 for Dana Ferguson, the other left-hander on Team Sweeting. Just trying to suck this one around. Do we need to bite the top of the 4 foot, Graham?
Yeah, that'd be good. Bite the top of the tee line. Get it in there good. Might be the one you end up guarding all ends, so might as well make it a good one.
Starting to curl now. Needs to get in there a little bit more. Oh, and biting the top of the tee line, just like you said.
Good rock. Maybe a little bit exposed. Play backline weight. Touch the guard here isn't bad.
A lot of plan B here shots called for the Holman team. Rachel said, we'd really like to get this one in the house out, but if you take the guard again, really not too bad. So not playing huge weight here, just probably board there.
Yeah, just through the house weight.
Nothing from the sweepers yet. Getting close though. By the first guard, and really good shot by Joanne Courtney.
Good shot. Would have actually maybe liked to roll that a little further, but good shot nonetheless.
Pretty routine hit and roll now here for Lori Wilson.
Yeah, hit and roll. Hit and rolls are never easy.
What kind of weight do you think you'll throw here, Graham?
Well, whatever weight, they got to get to the inside. They don't even, I mean, they'd like to kill it, but it's most importantly get the roll. So I don't know, maybe a hack weight.
We'll go back to our favorite comment and say throw the right weight.
Throw the right weight, yeah. Has to get to the inside.
Super's going hard on this one now. Can't be tight, can't rack on that front guard. Looks like they are, just got it. So, obviously a little bit of a miss there for Team Sweeting. What's Rachel's shot here now, Graham?
Yeah, I'm going to figure that out. Because she didn't peel that guard sooner, there's still earlier. She doesn't like those staggered guards.
Does throwing another guard here do anything, or is guards not what she's hoping to have him play at all here?
No, she can't get rid of them all now anyway. So she's kind of into it. She could go right top 12, yeah, try and take the inside away of that rock in the 8-foot.
What about drawing around the far side, so the playing the out turn just to the top of the 4?
She could, yeah. Yeah, top 8, top 4. Try and leave it mostly open, and that way if Val made the hit and roll, you could have one of your own to run back.
I think the problem rock right now is that rock in the 8-foot there in Rachel Homan's. Val, if she ever did make a hit and roll, she'd be behind three guards, and it would be pretty tricky to get that one out.
Yeah, staggered guards are a real problem. That top red one, Team Homan could have peeled, and the yellow one was thrown there. So they're going to try and open it up, tap this one in, and roll away. That's a good shot.
Really good shot. So they're sitting, Team Holman's sitting 3 in the house. They have hammer. Val's going to start doing something with some of these rocks in the house now and maybe start bailing a little bit out of this end.
Yeah, whatever her easiest way to get in there buried is, might be the hit and roll. Try and roll to the top of the 4. Overroll a bit towards that yellow in the 8-foot. Good shot. Overrolls a bit, but it's right next to that yellow.
Looks like Dana Ferguson might have just kicked that red guard on the way by while she was sweeping, so Rachel's just placing that back to where she thinks it was. So, now, you're Rachel Holman. What are you up to?
You have to hit shot rock. You have 2 decisions. You could sacrifice your yellow one and try to roll to the center line. You could save the yellow one, roll to the wings. I kind of like rolling to the center line now. Guard is up. You roll away, you'll be lying 3. But Val will most likely play a hit and roll or a draw around the top button.
Well, if they did do that inside roll, would that kind of eliminate that problem rock of that number 2 stone in the 8-foot for Rachel, and then Val would no longer be able to play the hit and roll in.
Yeah, absolutely. Get to the inside. Roll to the top of the 4, buried. I don't know. Val wouldn't have anything real inviting.
This will kind of kill 2 stones with 1 bird, so to speak.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite get there, so gonna opt for plan number B.
Yeah, still okay. Val has... Don't know if that double does you a pile of good.
still technically has a couple of staggered guards. Val, I think, really wants to get one in there. Yeah, she's going to off that hit and roll, it looks like.
Another shot she could play is the draw kind of back 4. Hang it on for shot rock back 4.
Oh, maybe she's not actually playing that hit and flop. She's going to go for the double.
Yeah, play the double now, I guess. Rachel will then have a hit to lie 2.
My telepathy powers are failing me.
I don't think Val can really concede a deuce here. I think she has to try a little harder to force something. She still could. If she makes a double, Rachel hits and sticks, that draw will still be available.
This is a flat double. Obviously, not trying to hit the underside of the rock in the 12-foot. Just about makes it. Need to hit it a little thicker, I think. Now Rachel has 2 shots that are completely buried.
Yeah, that was. She had to error. If she hit that too thick and stayed for shot rock, Rachel would have to hit it, and then you would be able to draw. By rolling out, Rachel can play the draw first and choke it off.
So while the Homan team is discussing, we'll do some quick updates here. Over on sheet number 4, Balderson versus McHale. Baldy gets another single point in the 5th end, so he is up 4-2 over the European team. Nick Lismore and Nicholas Edine. Edine scores another 1 point, so he goes up 3-1 after 6 ends of play. Over on sheet number 7, Brendan Botcher and Dan Sherrard. Dan Sherrard is still up 3-1 over Brendan Botcher. They are playing the 5th end right now.
Rachel now going to try and come around. She mentioned if she split the yellow rock, splitting the center line, that would move them both out into the open. And then if Val were to somehow get one into the back of the 4 buried, she'd have 2 run back options. And get around top 4 is good, but if you ever overcurl and touch the yellow, that's still a good shot.
First of 2 here in the 6th end for Rachel Holman. Just trying to draw just the top of the 8-foot here. Just to choke that draw to the 4-foot off for Val Sweeting. Now, Val's still going to be able to draw around the other side. Will she not go?
She will, yep. This one is overcurling badly.
Yeah, it comes up a little bit light and throws another guard up for Val, so Val can never sneak one in there.
She's going to try and draw around that red center guard that Rachel could have peeled. Tried to go for the jugular here. Val can make a good one. Rachel will most likely be forced to 1. Not easy. Doesn't have to be in front of the tee line here. Actually wants to be maybe back tee. Make sure it's buried.
button, fully buried, lots of line here. Sweeper's going to have to go for weight pretty quick, I think. Oh, weight looks all right.
Yeah, it has to be buried.
Definitely needs to get around there.
Ignore the tee line if you're the sweepers. Just get it buried somewhere. Doesn't look like it's going to get there.
Yeah, so it sits wide open, so a little bit wide there. So the shot here for Rachel Holman, just come down and tap this out and walk away with your 3.
Yeah, huge shot.
Math isn't quite lining up here for Val Sweeting this game. If she keeps on getting 2 and Rachel keeps on getting 3, it's going to be a little lopsided here.
Yeah, it'd be awfully tough to come back against this good hitting team.
So if Rachel does make this shot, she will be up 7-3 over Val Sweeting. We're going to see the Velcro and the handshakes here, Graham.
Unless there's planes to catch, I don't think so. 3-enders do happen and steals do happen. Very unlikely, but seen it before.
Especially when we're playing for this amount of cash. Final up here, run number 6 for Rachel Holman. Sweepers on this one all the way. Emma Miskey calling them on.
Just clean it in now.
Nice little clean, sticks around the house and gets her 3 ball.
Good shot.
6 under play all done here in this quarterfinal matchup between Rachel Holman and Val Sweeting. Once again, I'd like to thank all the viewers for tuning in this morning. YouTube.com/curlingzone is our YouTube channel. Follow along on Twitter @curlingzone or @Prairie Showdown. If you have any questions or comments about the game or the broadcast. Yes, Graham Powell is single. All you ladies out there?
I'd also like to mention anybody in need in the Peace Country area for Kubota tractors, Vermeer haying equipment, Merlot telehandlers, come on down to Grande Prairie Kubota, just south of Sexsmith off the highway. Come see me. We'll fix you up for all your agricultural needs.
And that right there is why Graham Powell is still single. No way.
Rachel's going to throw one into the house here. Wants to make sure this is at least 4 foot. If it's top 8, top 12, it's essentially could be a guard, so top 4.
Quick update for you over on sheet number 4. After 6 ends of play, Sven McCall scores a single point in the 6th end. Also, if you want to follow along with all the other games on the ice right now, curlingzone.com, we have live line scoring, so at the end of each end we'll post the scores and you can follow along your favorite teams that are on the ice. All 6 of 8 sheets are going this morning, and we'll have live broadcasts throughout the day from the Pomeroy Hotel Prairie Showdown in Grande Prairie, Alberta, from the Grande Prairie Curling Center. Back to our featured game, the 7th end underway right now. Second stones for Lisa Weigel.
That guard, or that first rock of Lisa Weigel being so short, top 12, essentially a guard, so I like this play. It's not going to do Rachel any good keeping this one around. Peel it out. I thought you could have seen Val actually guard that rock. Would have looked a little unconventional, but Wouldn't have been wrong.
Another update for you on end sheet number 5. Mike McEwen scores a single point in the 6th end. Steals over Kevin Cooey. So he's going to go up 6-3 over Kevin Cooey. Over on sheet number 7, Dan Sherrard and Brendan Botcher. Brendan Botcher ends up getting a 2 in the 5th end. So ties everything up after 5 ends of play.
Good peel there. All he can do now for Sweeting is to throw guards, try and keep them even. Don't want to leave an angle. Rachel Holman's team, maybe the best double peeling ladies team here, so really got to keep these even. This one's going to slip a little deep.
Courtney going to peel some guards off here.
Yeah, just playing the single peel. Playing the double peel. Yeah, no, it's too skinny to play it that way. Making it go away. Good shot.
Over on end number 2, 8th end is, or sheet number 2, I should say. 8th end is underway. It's Nicholas Sedin versus Mick Lismore. Lismore gets 2 in the 7th end. So they're all tied up at 3 apiece. Coming home, Edine has the hammer.
Backs up a bit there. A little dangerous on my release. Like I said, the release was a little risky.
Good shot. I think you may see Val play a draw with Lori's next one here. Trying to loop this around. Back house.
Val Sweeting just trying to hide behind anything she possibly can right now.
Yeah, I'll need a mistake. Line is really good. Lacked a little speed, but good shot. Rachel just going to play the peel. Sweepers are off. You sweep it and go for the back one. No, good shot.
So Val's going to split the house here. Hopefully try not to set up a double is the optimal position for this rock ram.
Yeah, keep it even with the one top 8 foot.
So the deuce here is obviously good. It doesn't look like a 3 is set up in any way, shape, or form right now. Does the deuce do them good if you're playing the scoreboard, Graham?
Well, it prolongs it, yeah. Keeps you out there.
You're so glass half full, Graham. I'm so happy to have you here this morning.
Rachel will try and roll towards the other one and group the stones, maybe have a double with her last one. Just a hair thin. Good try. Same spot for Sweeting.
First of 2 here for Val Sweeting, 7th end of play. Val does have the hammer in this end, hoping to get her deuce back. Get back in this game, only be down 2.
Looks to be pretty good. He slips a hair deep. That might be throwing it back house there, just behind the tee line. Was Sweeting's only chance at 3. If Rachel were ever to just skinny this red one and jam it onto the yellow, it'd be extremely bad luck, but is possible.
Fantastic shot by Rachel Holman. Gets the cross house double. Definitely takes the 2 away from Val Sweeting. So final rock here for Val. She's going to. Is this play for the blank here, Graham?
I have a feeling that they're gonna hit and stick and then kick it back, but must gonna play the 10th or play the 8th, I guess. Did score her single.
And there's the handshake. So make the final on this one 7-4. Rachel Holman over Val Sweeting. So that's our second ladies game done. So Rachel Holman will move into the quarterfinals here at 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So bear with us for a few minutes. We're just gonna 30 seconds. We're going to switch over to sheet number 4. Our local legend Kurt Balderson versus Sven Mikkel. We'll finish up this game. So Skipper Stone's here in the 7th end of play. Balderson's up 4-3. Throwing the red stones. And Kurt does have hammer. So he's trying to decide what his first of 2 is.
Looks like he's going to go for the jugular here. He is shot rock, top 4 buried. If he draws another one in there, top 8, top 12, Sven Mikkel will be in a world of hurt. Strong Balderson team knocked off Jeff Stoughton to qualify last night.
Extra end nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely.
First of 2 underway for Kurt Balderson. Third left Sonnenberg really motioning for this rock to curl. Needs to move quite a bit before it is in a good spot. They leave it a little wide. That's going to potentially open up a double. Is that correct, Graham?
It's a pretty good shot. I don't know if he could hear the guard tight enough with the board to make the double. Doesn't look good. If he can't make the double, then he has to play the run back. May be able to catch an inch of it and make the double over the top. That doesn't look good either.
Handshakes over on sheet number 5. Kevin Cooey versus Mike McEwen. Mike McEwen is going to continue his winning fashion. Not sure what the final was in the 7th end. We'll keep you updated on that, but definitely Mike McEwen gets the win. Mike McEwen wearing the Sunday red pants, similar to Tiger Woods wearing red on Sundays in the championships there. So Mike's back on the ice at noon. We will keep you updated on those feature games and the games that we will be featuring here at the Grande Prairie Showdown.
I think Mikkel needs to find some way to make both red rocks disappear.
Yeah, this is Mikkel's last rock of this end too, so if he doesn't make them both go, it's going to be a tricky 8th end for him for sure.
Yeah, you would expect he could play a hack waiter, hit the red on the nose, kill the back red, stay in front, but a shooter would only be barely full 8 foot, and Kurt would have the out turn draw to the 4 for the deuce to go 3 up. I think you need to play the yellow onto red, run back. Very difficult shot. He may be able to, if he scraped the guard with board weight, get enough to the nose to spill those rocks.
Long team discussion here on this one. Sven Mikkel has got his whole team down there trying to get some input on what the heck they're going to try and do here. Looks like he's not going for the run back. He's going to try something fancy in the house.
Yeah, try and scrape the guard with board weight, I guess.
Obviously, the sweepers told him they could hold it for him.
Yeah, he has to get by and hope it starts curling. He has to get at least to the nose, maybe a hair across. In the hack, he's not loving it. Looks like that will be the call.
Yeah, gonna throw it anyways. Maybe. He's still not liking it. No, okay, he picks his broom up, talking to the sweepers now. Gonna have to throw a flag here for delay of penalty or delay of game right away. Alright. Settles into his pre-routine setup. And we're underway. Too late to change his mind now. So not playing a ton of weight at this, just kind of a control weight.
Yeah, he does have to get some curl by the guard.
It's going to jam this. Not going to roll, so...
He got by fairly tight and wasn't close to making the double. I don't think that was really there. He probably should have played the run back. It was very difficult, but I think that was the only way for him to get rid of both reds. This will leave Kurt essentially the same draw for the deuce to go 3 up.
Now, where's the ideal situation for... well, actually, never mind. This is final stone for Kurt Balderson, so he's just got to hit 4-foot. Yep.
Has both either turn here, whatever he likes, just through the in turn.
Final rock in the 7th end. Kurt Balderson get his deuce and go up 3 over Sven McCall. Up 3 coming home with is... does the European team shake hands, or do they play this last end out?
No, they'll definitely play it out, and this one's all over the guard.
Ooh, big mistake by Kurt Balderson. A little bit light and tight is a bad combination.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I think it may have fudged up a little. Dell seemed to like it out of his hand. Started curling.
Over on sheet number 2, Nicholas Sedin had the hammer in the last end, draws for the win, and gets the win. So he will be moving on to the semifinals at noon today. Nick Lismore put in a really, really good weekend here for us. So they will be going home with $4,000 in their jeans. Nicholas Sedin will play the winner of our game that we're featuring right now between Kurt Balderson and Sven McCall. And Mike McEwen will play the winner of the other game that's still on the ice right now of Botcher and Sherrard. Del Shaughnessy, longtime lead for the Balderson rink. Former Saskatchewan Brier contender.
Yeah, way back in the 80s. Yeah. Good shot for Dell. Throw the corner guard here. I'm going to throw the next one in the corner. Don't need any more clutter. It's not ideal, but they can't afford to give up 2 here. Play the extra with hammer. Don't want to give Mikkel any sniff at a 3.
So Kurt is up to coming home without the hammer, so the idea is just to run Mikkel out of rocks.
Yeah, it's tough. It's hard to defend a 2 when your main goal is to defend a 3. It's easy to give up 2. Tied up with in the extra is a good situation, so don't go too crazy with worrying about holding them to a single. Just make your peels.
2 perfect corner guards by Stefan Mienberg.
Troy Given is a fill-in for the weekend. He's had a strong showing. This one is...
Troy Given might be the highest paid spare curler in Grande Prairie.
He is.
He gets the call quite a bit.
Good shot.
And right there is why he makes all kinds of shots like that all the time. Simon Gempler throwing his first of 2 stones. Throws second for the Mikkel team.
Good shot. They got the guards split even. No double peel. Sweeper's going hard again. Oh no.
Misses the peel and leaves a corner guard. That's not disaster, but it's real close.
Yeah, they gotta be careful now. That's all Mikkel could ask for is 2 corner guards. Good shot for Team Mikkel. If you offered Team Balderson giving up a deuce here, they would probably take it.
Les Sonnenberg, husband of Renee Sonnenberg, who is over in Japan right now with our Canadian national team.
Yeah, good curling family.
Makes the peel with no problem.
Good shot. Cal has 2 options now. He can guard, draw around the guard. I think he'll play the in-turn, or the out-turn, I guess. Draw around the guard. Wants to keep this even with the rock in the 12-foot yellow rock. Sweepers wait too long. It's a huge break for Team Balderson. I'm going to try and roll into the middle here. McKell does still have the two corner guards.
Kurt's just going to take care of this one in the house.
Yeah, plan to roll into their own. Not ideal. Does leave him the freeze. Only 3 rocks now for McKell. If McKell were to play a hit now, he may be able to play that split later. He draws now. There's a good chance he won't have a chance to play that split. He's talking about freezing the rock back 4. Would be a good shot. Not really a double and stay for later on those red ones. He's going to play freeze on that rock back 4. I'm going to try and slide off that top one now. A little heavy, so go to the plan B. Good shot, but Kurt has the double off his own.
Is he worried about that back one in the back 4, Graham, at all?
Not really, no. He's just trying to get yellow ones out. If Kurt gets a yellow one out every time he throws, he'll be in good shape.
Taking a lot of ice for this. Obviously, he's got to hit it fairly thin, eh?
Yeah, third of rock, half rock. Yeah.
First of 2 here for Kurt Balderson. Final end of play. Unless it goes to an extra, of course.
Yeah. Big shot here.
Big shot for Kurt Balderson. Makes it perfectly. Ends up right on the pin. Now, Sven's got just a hit and roll, or is he going to try the double, or what's the game plan here?
Just a tap. Yeah, back house, tap it behind the other, roll buried. Still has a chance for 2. Has to get to at least the nose. A little less ice. Probably back 8. Back 8 weight.
Sweepers on this right away. Got to hold this straight until they give out a guard. Line looks okay right now.
Got to go hard to get a bye.
Yeah, starting to curl really hard now. Oh boy, all over the guard. And that's just about handshakes here. Is that top one in, you think, Graham?
I'm going to say it's close. I don't think it changes Kurt's shot. If Kurt hits this and stays, can't see a shot. Maybe it doesn't look good for a triple with the nose. So hit and stay.
Next year, Jerry from Curling Zone promised us overhead cameras, so we'll be able to give better commentary on shots like this.
Top one may be in, so you can't roll out here.
Final rock underway for Kurt Balderston. 8th end. Needs to make this yellow rock go away. And he does just that. So obviously the McKell team thinks that this top yellow one is in. Hoping that Roger, our head ice technician, maybe had a few too many coffees and Baileys this morning when he painted the rings, and that it's a little bit off. So
I think it's irrelevant if it's in or not, because I don't really see a triple.
Yeah, geez, it's...
I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a Kurt Balderson win. You heard it here first, folks. I'm going to go out on a limb.
I don't think there's a triple there. I really don't think any four of these team members of the McKell team are super confident in this shot at all. He's got to hit this top one so thin to even have a slimmer a hope, but even with the weight he's got to throw, I feel like his shooter's going to roll out of the house, Graham.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I missed the top one for sure. Kurt Balderson gets the 2, and there's the Velcro and the handshakes, ladies and gentlemen. Local legend Kurt Balderston's going into the semifinals of the Pomeroy Prairie Showdown here in Grande Prairie, Alberta at the Grande Prairie Curling Center. Final game on the ice right now, Brendan Botcher and Dan Sherrard. Brendan Botcher steals one in 7 to go up 4-3, and he's sitting 4 Red Rocks in the house right now, so really, really good chance that Botcher's going to win this game. We'll keep you updated as we go. If we do happen to go off the air, final scores will be posted on curlingzone.com. Our next broadcast is going to be at 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, we are not be able to get our cameras over there due to beams and distance, so follow us online to finish up the end of that game. curlingzone.com or worldcurl.com.
Don't forget the Twitter feeds, Curling Zone, or at Curling Zone and at Prairie Showdown. Myself, Graham Powell, will be back at 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, for the semifinals of the Pomeroy Prairie Showdown here from Grande Prairie, Alberta at the Grande Prairie Curling Center. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.